Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So today has been a really kind of off day for me. So I thought about coming on here and talking to you guys about the Never Give Up community group. So, holy smokes, 5 years ago, I started a group on Facebook called Never Give Up. And basically I post videos on there like I do here on YouTube. I have a good admin person who helps me out on this group too. We post things, and it's just a community where people can grow together, learn from each other, share experiences, and not feel like they're going to be outed at something. They can get angry and frustrated and just rant there, and nobody judges anybody there. And I keep it private that way, so if people don't want the family members to know about this group or whatnot, it's a very closed off community, but also we do welcome new people, if that makes sense. I know it kind of doesn't make sense. You're like, well, you're closed off, but yet you welcome people in. Let me explain. So I keep it private, like I said, to keep certain eyes off of it, or if people feel like, it's made public, then they can't be themselves. They have to be a certain way. And, I want a community for these people where they feel safe. And one of the main reasons why I started this group was because when I was going through everything that I was going through, and still am today, guys, I'm not, you know, over it or anything, learning to deal with it, is where I'm at. I felt very alone. Like, what I was feeling and what I went through was very isolating. Like, I didn't have a voice to speak, or like, I knew how alone it was to be going through something and have nobody listen, nobody believe you. You're made out to be this certain person that you're not, and you're trying to be who you want to be, but it's like nobody sees you, nobody wants to hear that type of thing. And I was going back and forth for a very long time on, should I start a group? I really want to start a group because I don't want people to feel alone. So one day I was sitting in the hallway waiting for one of my classes in college. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to start it. I'm going to call it Never Give Up. I'm going to just put it out there and start posting videos and like quotes and just like expressing myself. And we are well over 600 people there now. And a lot of people don't comment or post anything. They do it privately to me. They messaged me, a message, I should say. And we talk there. But, I know that people can go there if they need it. And that's one thing I never had, was kind of that safe zone. Through all the crap I was dealing with, I didn't really have a safe place. And it felt really good to start this community of amazing human beings coming together and just being themselves. They don't have to be anything but themselves. They can be angry, they can be sad, they can be frustrated, they can be whoever they want to be. And have that safe place of where people can go and talk or listen or just experience a healthy place where it's like, oh my god, I'm feeling sad. This person's feeling sad too. Oh my god, we're allowed to feel this way. Like, I don't feel alone. And I know how silly that seems, guys. And how so, like, not petty, but like simple. But our world is crazy. I'm not even gonna deny that. Our world is crazy. It is built around boxes. And I know how that sounds, but You know, if you're not put in a specific box, then you're an outsider. You're a freak. You don't belong. Like, you have to be a certain way to belong somewhere. And if you don't, you're kind of left on this sideline of, who the fuck am I? Or like me, I wanted to mold myself into this person to belong somewhere. But in the end, I lost myself. And here in this group, you don't have to be in a box. You can be whoever you want to be. You can be outside a box, in a box, wherever. You can just be a human being that has flaws, that isn't perfect. Because nobody is perfect. I know how, like, douchey that sounds, but, like, the people that say, oh, we have the perfect lives, nothing is perfect. You know, you're still gonna have a fight with a loved one. You're still gonna be frustrated with a friend or frustrated at your work. And you're gonna, you know, question yourself and question things around the world. And that is okay. And that's another reason why I started this group, is just like, you don't have to be in a box. You know, I spent a lot of time inside of a box, and it did not make me happy. I was not a happy human being. And having a place where I can just let go. And there are a lot of videos, guys, on me there crying, or being angry, or being frustrated. And, you know, I was embarrassed at first to post these videos. And I'm like, you know what? This is why I started this community, is to be the real me. You know, the mess that I am sometimes, the exciting, outgoing person that I am, the frustrated person I am, the happy person I am, the confused person I am. And I have put it all out there, guys, for the past 5 years. And, you know, a lot of people don't comment. That's fine. You know, I'm not expecting, you know, thousands of comments, because I'm just not that type of person. But I do get the odd comment, and I do get the odd message, more messaging than anything. And it's just a thank you, or like a question. And I do Q&As on there, guys, all the time. And I'm going to start doing it here on YouTube. And they just, you know, they don't feel alone. And that makes me feel happy. And not to stroke my ego or anything, it's just like, wow, I am so thankful that this community is being what it's supposed to be, you know, making people not feel so alone and isolated. And 3 years ago, when I started this YouTube channel, I was a little bit of a mess. Again, I was not in the best state of mind. I was all over the place between, you know, working 5 days a week, 18 hours a day, and then having 2 days off, coming to stay with my parents for a break, you know, catching up on sleep and laundry, and it just was not a healthy situation, guys. So I started the YouTube channel. I did put out a lot more videos. I think those 1, 2, I think 3 up there from 3 years ago. I had like 6 or 7, but they were not good. And that's not to beat myself up. It was just a lot of just not good stuff. So I kind of took those down, and then I restarted this YouTube channel because I want to grow the community. I want to grow Never Give Up. I want to get it out there that you just don't have to fit into a box. No matter what the magazines, TV shows, doctors, all those talk shows that say that, oh no, you don't have to fit into a box, and then turn around and expect you to be somebody that you're not. I want to grow this community to be like, hey, being inside of a box is okay, and also being outside of a box is okay. You know, you don't have to be a specific weight. You don't have to be a specific weight, wear the specific type of clothes, or just act a certain way, you know? I spent so long just going through all of that, like inside an abusive relationship, outside an abusive relationship. And it's just amazing to grow a community where people trust each other and they can be themselves, you know? They can be vulnerable and they can express and experience things and talk about things and be open to a discussion, to people's opinions, and, you know, take a little piece of here and there from each other. And just growing as human beings together in a healthier way. You know, not comparing diets or workouts or clothes and stuff, just being themselves and learning about hobbies and what makes you happy. And I know how little that sounds. And, you know, I used to be one of those people like, well, you know, if you're not inside a box, then who are you? I'm going to be fully transparent here, guys. I used to be one of those people because I was just so afraid to be outside of a box, you know? And I know how, you know, outgoing I can be and crazy and fun and silly and emotional. And I love that about me, guys. I'm so thankful that I'm growing into the person I want to be, growing into the person I love and that I respect. And yes, not every day is the greatest day, as you guys saw in that last video. And not every day is going to be rainbows and butterflies and just have everything figured out, you know? Life is messy. And it can be a good messy, or it can be a bad messy, or confusing messy. And I just love experiencing all of that. And I love being true to myself. Even if people don't like it, you know? I still got people around me that, you know, unfortunately don't always like my life choices. But at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me. And growing this community is something that I've dreamed about. And I am very, very thankful that I get the chance to grow this community, even if it's by one person. You know, it has taken a lot of work to not put forth the contact, but just put forth me, you know, and be honest about it. And be honest about my journey and my experiences. Again, guys, nobody should take everything to face value. You know, take everything with a grain of salt. That's one major thing that I've learned is, you know, take one day at a time and take everything with a grain of salt. You know, you don't have to take everything to face value. And I'm very thankful that I have this platform to talk openly and be who I want to be. That's a personal choice. So anyways, thank you guys for listening to this video and listening to a little bit of the ramble about the Never Give Up community. But, you know, I'm very, very thankful that I have this community. It is my baby. It is my joy. And I just want you guys to know that I take being a listening ear and, you know, having my opinion heard, again, not always taken to face value, which of course I get. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm very thankful to have that ability and that choice and to experience everything, you know, with you guys and experience things for myself and then come on here and talk about it. Because I know how some people, you know, they just want to come in here and do it for the money. And I honestly 100% just want to do this to grow my community and to watch people grow. And to reach out to people that feel alone and that people don't understand them. Like I always say, I might not understand your situation, but I'm willing to learn and listen. And, yes, if my opinion wants to be heard, then I will, give my opinion. But again, you know, I am willing to learn and listen about every situation. And I'm thankful that I have the ability to do it. So thank you for coming along on this journey and growing this community with me. I love each and every one of you. Remember to never give up. Always keep fighting. You are loved and you are enough. You know, a lot of people unfortunately don't hear that in their lives, and I took that for granted. You know, I stopped believing for a long time that I was enough. So I'm very thankful that I can say those words to you guys and mean it. So feel free anytime, leave a comment if they're open, or message me on Instagram, join the group on Facebook. We love growing the community and we love each and every one of you. Until the next video, guys, stay strong. We have this.